Oh, hi there. My name is Izzy, and I am making this to talk about coping and such with uh, autism and such. I kept pushing this off because people keep asking me to. However, I get it too many things happening lately, I guess, for my brain to just calm down and relax. And forcing myself to do things is good, I guess, but not good because I don't know. Anyway, so I'm very bad at this. So I guess I'll start with basically I'll make this based off of what my understanding of what coping is, and I think that's like how you kind of deal with things. Like, say you go to the store and there's too much sound and stuff, and how do you deal with that? I think that's what coping is. I'm not entirely sure. Um, so I guess I'll start like that. So going to the store, basically, I have. Well, I don't have my. I have these little earbuds that help basically block out sound because of the way that they work. I don't remember. It's just some weird brand that I think I got at a Sony store a long time ago. I still have another one that I could just kind of use at home. They don't work very well out because they're just not that good. They are good at getting rid of the fan sounds whenever I have them on, and that's to help with too many sounds and entering the brain. And yeah, um, I don't know what I'm. I don't know. Basically, my parents, I guess. I think because having to talk to complete strangers, or even if they're not strangers, like family friends or something, it always just feels very weird, and I just kind of hide behind them, I guess, because I have no idea what's going on and I can't really keep up. Does that count? I don't even know if that counts. Um, when I don't have ways of like filtering out sounds or anything, like if there's too much visual stuff going on around me, I'll like try to look straight down at my feet as well, and I try my best not to look up. Um, Whenever I play games, I don't ever really have audio turned on because depending on the game, if it's like an MMO, I can't play with the audio turned on because there's too much visual and audio and mixed together at the exact same time. It's terrible, and I have to take constant breaks whenever I play games. Any other game like Mario or something, it's easy because it becomes muscle memory, and I've learned that my muscle memory overrides my brain, I guess. Like, I won't even have to think about it. Like, it'll just happen. Um, but if I'm at home and I'm bothered or something, like I'm doing the dishes and like water gets on me and it gets out of the sink, and water it's not supposed to get out of the sink, but it's okay. I keep trying to tell myself it's okay. That's what my therapist says. Uh, Things happen, I guess. And whenever I get like super angry or something, what I would do is I would go into my room and basically just kind of hide in there and play my piano and stuff, because just play it at my own pace, do what I want to do, because it's it's helpful and calming. And uh, one of my one of my therapists made a joke recommending horse blinders. Like, basically they go over your eyes like this, and for like when you go out and play stuff, because too much visual stimulation is not good. That's why I can't play games like first person shooters or anything like that, because I can't keep up with it. Like, they're fun. It's just I mentally my brain starts shutting down. Another one, I guess, is like if I'm sad and I don't and I'm if I'm sad, I will literally just go on Twitter or something, and I will look at pictures and videos of bunnies. I'll learn a bunch of things about bunnies. Holland Lofts are the best, and I will just continuously, I guess, look at the adorableness of bunny rabbits because they're so cute. And yes, uh, I do have I do have this little bunny on my desk, which right here. The ears are super soft, and every time, like, say, like, I'm playing a game or something and I'm getting, like, angry, I will kind of, like, reach over off camera because whenever I play games, I usually stream it to twitch.tv, and I'll just, like, kind of reach over and just start petting the bunny's ears, and it's soft and the texture is helpful. Um, does stimming count as coping? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think that's one of the biggest reasons I play games. It gives my mind to focus on something just super, I don't know, not stressful, I guess. I don't know. Um, Music helps too a lot. Like, I don't like listening to a bunch of stuff today, I guess. I listen to older stuff like jazz and just classical music in general. Um, it's calming and it helps me basically clear my mind. Like, I'll close my eyes and I'll just ignore it. Uh, things like white noise, I guess. Does that count? I don't know if that counts, but things like white noise, like when I'm having trouble sleeping, I have to take pills when I sleep anyway, because it's hard to fall asleep and it's hard to stay asleep. So I try to focus on like one thing, like I was told, but that doesn't work. Like, close your eyes and you focus on one thing and you like rotate an object or something in your mind, but I I don't know. I have no idea. Um, but I guess my biggest coping stuff would be games, piano. I have a bunch of stuffed animals. I know it's kind of weird for for my age, but I have this Pikachu, and I like to chew on my Pikachu's ears and hug my Pikachu, and it's calming, and I like the texture. I used to chew on the ears so much, and like I would rub them against my face so much that I would end up. I think I got like, I forgot what it was. It was like this weird little zit or something, and I don't. I think it was from like a rash or something because I would continuously do it. Um, I rock in my chair. I like fidget my hands, and then some people like whenever I do this, because I'll do this a lot, and some people think that I'm going to punch them or something, and no, that's not what I'm going to do. Basically, my coping mechanisms are things that don't require a lot of thought because I my thinking tends to slow down a lot for me. Like, whenever I play anything like an MMO, I need to know exactly what I'm doing. Like, and I need to be able to just learn it by basically hand hand muscle memory, and it'll make it a lot easier to work with, I guess, than having to use my brain. Um, but basically, headphones. I haven't tried sunglasses, but that's because I wear these, and we haven't actually picked up anything for that yet. My dog's walking around. He's old. My other dog was old, but she's gone now. Um, I don't know. I like looking at a bunch of like bunnies and like things like Pikachu. Like, here, I love Pikachu. I got a mug that I was drinking out of today. I got a little Pikachu Lego. I got a bunch of Pikachu stuffed animals in my room, a Pikachu controller, and yes, I think my dog has to go out. Um, Another thing, like if I'm in like a group chat or group call, I don't tend to stay in for very long because it's just too much. Like if I'm like typing out to somebody, it's so much easier than listening and talking at the same time, I guess, because I can talk to people who are typing, but I can't listen and talk at the same time. I My brain doesn't like to keep up with that. That's why I like streaming so much, because it's kind of mindless and it's really fun, and I guess I could count that as a coping mechanism, because there are times where my brain is just like, I can't do this, and I can't I can't think or something, and then I start streaming, and then all of a sudden it feels like everything just washes away, and yeah. Now he's whining because he wants my stepdad to come home. He cries. My dog cries if everybody's not home. He cries if I'm not awake. Like if I sleep in, he wakes me up, and it's very annoying. Um, yes, he's a good dog, but I don't know. I guess that's basically it. Just gaming, bunnies, looking at cute things, um, talking to my friends. I don't. I try not. I get very confused when talking to my friends, because they'll bring emotions into things sometimes when there's no reason to bring emotions in. You'll be talking about something, and next thing you know, they talk about like, or they start getting very emotional for some reason, and it blindsides me, and I have no idea that it's happening or why, and I don't know how to deal with that yet. So I guess I will try to learn and figure out how to deal with that, because my way of dealing with that is I get very sad when that happens, and then I sleep, and then I hope everything's better when I get up. Uh, but I don't. But my therapist says that's not exactly good, so I need to find other ways to deal with that. I don't know. Apparently, you need to admit you're wrong even though you're not wrong at times, and that makes no sense. Because if you have proof that you're not, I don't know. I was talking to this with my mother the other day, because Clyde, it's okay. It's okay, Clyde. You're a good boy. I don't know. I think I'm just going to get off track, and I am very confused, and I don't want this to be as long as the other ones. So I don't know. I I hope that's coping, and if it's not, then I'll change the video title to whatever it is I just talked about. I don't know. Uh, Coping means how you deal with things, right? I think so. Um, Another thing I want to try though is, like, whenever I go somewhere, like if I'm going to like Wendy's or Burger King or something, I want to write things down and then hand it to them, because I'm not. Uh, Whenever I go to places like Burger King or something, there's usually the sound of like everything going on around, and it's hard to it it's hard to focus. No, think. It's hard to think. I'm trying to consistently pull thoughts out of my head because I don't like editing things down, and I don't want to edit this down, but I don't want to leave like a bunch of blank gaps, and usually it take a very long time to put together thoughts, which is why I get quiet for a long time whenever I'm speaking, because I'm thinking. And yes, but I want to start trying that. I guess that's a coping mechanism for not having to force myself to talk, I guess. And yes, I don't know. Okay, I'm done. Goodbye.